Soldiers, Bitcoin has done its job. It broke out and held the line. But now, the eyes of the war room turn to the prince. Ethereum. Is the capital finally rotating? Today, we are going to analyze the critical levels for ETH, and then we are deploying scouts to check on a few specific altcoins that are flashing major signals. Are they ready to follow the king, or will they get left behind? Before we expose the targets, remember the standard protocol. This is not financial advice. The market is volatile. I provide the intelligence, you execute the mission, manage your risk, and protect your capital. Now, send in the intel. Let's dive into the charts. First, let's look at the USD pair. Soldiers, this is technical perfection. We broke this white descending trend line, but we didn't just fly away blindly. We came back down to retest the scene of the crime. We touched the line, found support, and bounced hard. This confirms the bulls are defending the breakout. However, we are now slamming into this blue resistance box around $2,126. This is the ceiling. We need a clean break above this blue box to confirm the trend continuation. If we reject here, the retest fails. Now open your ears. This is the most important part of the video. This is the ETH/BTC chart. Yesterday, I told you we were at the perfect Fibonacci golden pocket and retesting the breakout trend line. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, go back and watch it now. It is crucial. Today, we are still sitting on this support, but there is a danger forming. This consolidation structure, if it fails to bounce upwards immediately, it could morph into a massive bear flag. I am warning you, this flag must not break down. If we lose this yellow line, it's not just a correction, it's a crash. We need to see a green expansion candle UP right now to invalidate the bear flag scenario. Why are we struggling to break up? The data explains it. Look at the sentiment on the right. The long/short ratio on Binance is 2.3. That is extremely high. The crowd is euphoric. Everyone is piling into longs right at resistance. Usually, the market does not reward the majority this easily. This heavy long positioning is what creates the friction at the blue box. And finally, look at the open interest. It is climbing back up to $10.9 billion. Money is entering, but with the crowd so heavily long, this open interest is basically liquidity fuel for a squeeze. The verdict: the structure is bullish if we hold the line, but be very careful of a leverage flush to shake out these late longs before the real move. So Ethereum is fighting for its life on the Bitcoin pair, but while the king struggles, his layer 2 commanders often make the first move. I'm seeing interesting movement on Optimism, OP. Is it leading the charge? Let's check the OP charts. Now we move to a coin that has been absolutely punished. Optimism, OP. Soldiers, this chart is ugly, but that is often where the opportunity hides. Last week, OP hit its all-time low. We are at the bottom of the bottom. Look at the weekly RSI. It is sitting at 29.64. This is deep oversold territory. Historically, when a major layer 2 gets this beaten down, a relief rally or at least a dead cat bounce is usually imminent. We are not just catching a falling knife blindly. We have structure. Look at the 3-day chart. We are resting exactly on this yellow descending trend line. This line has been acting as a dynamic floor. Combined with the oversold RSI, this is a high probability zone for a reaction. The bulls are trying to defend this last fortress. However, listen to me carefully. Even if we pump from here, do not get married to the bag. The road up is covered in barbed wire. I have marked the red resistance boxes for you. The first major trouble zone is around 35 cents, and the main wall is up at 63 cents to 75 cents. If price reaches these levels, take profit. These are supply zones where trapped holders will look to exit. Be cautious. The sentiment confirms the fear. The long/short ratio on Binance is 0.90. The majority is shorting at the bottom. Usually, the market maker loves to squeeze these late shorts to fuel the bounce. Verdict: a risky but technically justified bounce play from the lows. So, OP is a contrarian play for those who like to buy the blood. But let's look at another Ethereum ecosystem giant that often moves with Vitalik's tweets. ENS, Ethereum Name Service. Is it showing a similar bottom structure? Let's check the charts. Finally, we deploy to the Ethereum Name Service. ENS soldiers, the crowd is panicking because of this drop, but the chart is whispering a different story. Look at the 4-hour chart. The price action drove down to sweep the lows, creating a terrifying red candle. But look at the RSI below. While price made a low, the RSI printed a higher low. This is a confirmed positive bullish divergence. The momentum is shifting upwards while the price is still down. This is exactly where the smart money steps in before the reversal. The market data supports this reversal. Look at the long/short ratio. It is sitting at 0.98. Unlike Ethereum, where everyone is long, the crowd is actually shorting ENS here. This is perfect. We have a bullish divergence plus a short heavy market. If we get a small pump, those shorts will get squeezed, fueling the move up. Soldiers, let's recap the intelligence from today's rotation briefing. Ethereum, ETH. The king is at a tipping point. The retest was perfect, but we are stuck at the blue box resistance, $2,126. Watch out for the bear flag on the BTC pair. Optimism, OP, the capitulation play. We are at all-time lows with an oversold RSI sitting on a trend line. High risk, but high reward for a bounce. ENS, the sniper setup. A confirmed 4-hour bullish divergence tells us the sellers are exhausted. The strategy, the rotation is starting. Bitcoin is chopping, but the altcoins are flashing reversal signals. Do not chase green candles. Buy the red supports. Remember the rules. This is not financial advice. The market is a battlefield. I give you the map, but you must fight the battle. Manage your risk. Use stop losses and protect your capital. If you want to stay one step ahead of the herd, smash that subscribe button and join the war room. We don't guess, we execute. War room dismissed.